Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
Welcome to Granny Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 21 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And before we even get into the minute, we have some other exciting things.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
So we just did like a bonus episode on our year in review from Spotify.
Yes.
And we got a video message from one of our patrons.
Oh, let's share it. Should we point out he's a top tier patron?
Yes.
So he's one of our favorites.
He's an amazing person. Oh, that was the start. All right, ready?
Hey boys, how you doing?
Closer.
Woo! Congratulations on your year in review. I saw a little sneak peek of some of your stats, and holy moly, 27 people valued your podcast over anyone else's. Compare that number compared to the number from me with the 5 podcasts that I'm running. That's 27 for you and 0 for
Sorry.
my co-host.
You're second place.
That doesn't matter.
Second place every time.
That just shows how amazing you guys are at building relationships with your audience. I missed my turn, and just being awesome co-host, producing an awesome podcast that brought people together. So on behalf of my old co-hosts, Richard, Christian, Wolf, and my current and new co-hosts, Brad and Holly, I feel like I can speak on their behalf and my behalf when I say congratulations, boys. You're amazing. Keep going. And I strive to get any of the podcasts half as good as yours. Happy Thursday. Woo! And also, everyone that I've met in your fan base is super nice and kind, and you really do cultivate a positive place for people. And also, one last thing.
He's going to ask us for something now.
Watch Ted Lasso. This was not planned.
Being way too nice.
Ted Lasso t-shirt on. It was literally my last clean t-shirt.
He's plugging his favorite TV show.
Totally coincidence. Have a good one, boys.
Whoa.
Thank you,
Brian. That was
Movies
awesome.
are dope.
Dude, when I watched that the first time, the whole time I was watching, I was like smiling. So
Crying. You meant to say crying?
Weeping.
It was the
tears.
third video Ryan's ever cried at.
What was the second?
Your child being born.
A video of it? I didn't see a video. Did you see a video of my child being born?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Brian, so much.
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of think that we have a pretty positive following here, especially in the Discord.
It's not a lot of fighting.
No, not a lot of
Not a lot.
discourse in the Discord.
Yeah.
Other than the controversy that Jason stirs up.
What? No, that's not in ours. I do that in your other podcast.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right.
I gotta pop in once a week, and.
So is this gonna be our fast minute, or is that next minute?
Let's go for it and see how it goes. We're already lost.
I know.
5 minutes.
That was the joke.
All right, let's roll through it because I was watching this minute, excited to keep watching.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's parts of the movie that are like that.
I can just let it run till
if you remember, Sean's excited about the steering wheel, and Twinkie is like, "No, I paid retail for that."
Right.
And he's like, "You got a car? Show me." Now pause this. So they go down. He's like, "All right," or he's like, "I thought you were leaving town." Sean's like, "I want to see your car." So they go down, and of course the garage is just like the bicycles.
Right.
Everything's stacked on top. What's just super smart.
Yeah.
But probably expensive.
It's necessary, I think.
For space, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Japan's pretty crowded.
It's just small.
Yeah. So they walk to the garage. The door's open, and there's a Porsche with a big whale tail sitting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And and Sean's like, "What?" Looks over at him, and he shakes his head, "Nah." And then that car scoots off to the side and up on this carousel.
Yeah.
Ferris
wheel. No, I think, okay. So if we see, so the carousel's turning.
Yeah.
But it's not the Porsche that's leaving. It's like bicycles.
There's a bicycle leaving. That's funny.
Isn't it like a bunch of bicycles?
Yeah.
So,
and then
but this
Lotus.
This thing, how many of these carriers do you think it has on one thing? 4?
Well, that could go up really
okay.
high.
Okay. I see. Yeah, you're right.
So next comes down a red Lotus Elise.
Yeah.
And Sean's like, what? And he's like, nah, that's not mine either.
But
and
if you look at Twinkie, you would think that he does have money. He's wearing like all Jordan stuff.
Right.
Like he's looking pretty good.
So
and he's wearing different clothes.
Oh, they changed?
Well, he did. I didn't think about what Sean was wearing.
So maybe they met after school. Wait, stop.
Sorry.
Okay. So now the car coming out, I have no idea what it is. It's got a weird like triple headlight.
Definitely something European, right?
Post this up on like custom or something, and we'll post it up to get somebody will be able to identify. Anybody in our live stream know what car this is after the red Elise coming up right here, this one? If you can recognize that.
TVS.
I think that's an S or an O. 2? TWO? I don't know. It's it almost looks like a weird custom car to me. Anybody? All right. And then we got another 911.
Yeah.
Coming down. I don't know. It might not be a 911.
It's a Porsche.
It's a Porsche. And he's like, no. And then his car comes down, but you don't see it. You just see it's a shot of Sean and Twinkie. And Sean's like, what? And Twinkie is like, oh, he's like excited. He's like getting all hyped up.
And this music starts.
Yeah.
My life be like,
ooh, ooh,
nice.
Ooh,
do you not know who sings this?
It's Grits.
Oh, and featuring?
No, it's just him.
Toby Mac.
No way.
Yeah.
Toby Mac's in this?
Yeah.
Huh. So this is a Christian rap song.
Yeah.
One that me and Ryan were actually allowed to listen to growing up.
Yeah. And Seawalk too.
Now, this is what's interesting about this song. This is probably one of the first Christian rap songs that you're like, this is actually a good song.
Well, that's why I made it in popular radio and movies.
But nah. Grits did good. Lecrae did good.
I forgot about Lecrae. Cross Movement, they were big in the Christian scene, but not much elsewhere. Is Lecrae popular in...
Yeah, he's pretty well known.
But now we have like NF. Would you consider him a Christian rapper? He's just a clean rapper.
He's not very clean. He's just a Christian that raps.
He doesn't swear.
No, but his music is pretty intense.
Yeah, but it's like intense, but not vulgar or like explicit.
No, but the same people listening to that are listening. I don't know. It's like, it's very heartfelt. His stuff is very like, whoa.
Yeah, he definitely went through some things or is going through some things mentally, emotionally, physically. But yeah. Okay.
Spiritually.
So now we start to see the car that he's oohing and eyeing over.
You all know it. It's a green Scion XB with a...
It's not a Scion, it's a Volkswagen.
Is it really? It's a Tiguan or whatever?
No, it's a Volkswagen.
It is a Volkswagen. For whatever reason, I always thought this was a Scion.
Yeah, okay. I did too. I just saw the Volkswagen thing, but it's not an American Volkswagen. What's this say here?
It does say what it is. It's like a Yorham. It says on the bottom, but it's not clear enough to read. But there's like, okay, in the back, is this supposed to look like it got kicked? And there's like an imprint of a foot, but it's it's like the top of a foot with a rooster on it. I don't know. It's a weird shape that's like pushed out of the trunk.
Is it indented or extended?
It's outdented. Same with the door. If you see the door on the passenger side driver's side.
Yeah, and it's sticking out like 2 feet.
No. 18 inches. 22 inches maybe.
Okay.
No, we're in Japan.
You have to measure in meters.
1/3 of a meter.
I think they call this centimeters is the next, I think.
Yeah, it's coming out like 10 centimeters.
Is there nothing between centimeter and meter?
What is there, 100 centimeters in a meter?
Right.
No, there's not. Seem weird?
Half a meter, I guess. Would someone say half a meter?
What do we have after foot?
2 feet. It's not.
No. You can't do that. What's our next measurement after foot? It's mile.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
it's just that feet are a lot closer than meters. So it doesn't seem as much. To go from 1 inch to 1 foot, that's only a 1/12.
There's no way you're going to convince me right now that the standard system is better than
Oh, it's
metric.
horrible. But why isn't it 1 to 10 to 100? What's the 10?
Yeah, why not have something every extra zero? Right?
What's 10? Decameter.
Decameter. No, there's only 10 centimeters in a... No, that would be...
Cent meaning 100.
Yeah. So I bet there is a decameter. Just people don't use it.
A dodecameter would be 20. Or is it 12?
All right. So fast minute. Come on, ready?
All right. Oh, this was our fast minute.
And he's like, ooh, all right. And then that's the car.
Sean is
there.
like smiling, but he's like, why does he like this car? This is definitely an imprint.
Oh, it says right there. Touran. It's a VW Touran.
Yeah.
Like Touran. Check the live stream. Did anybody identify the weird... We didn't watch the whole minute, Ryan.
What are you talking about? I know. We're not done with the minute.
No, when we watched it with the volume on...
Yes, we did.
I thought you paused it right here.
No.
It backed out?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, real quick. Back in our live stream.
Man.
What is in this drink, Ryan? All right. Ty says he's a Christian. He's just a Christian that raps. That's fair. NF. Yeah, we had this discussion before. Yeah, me and Ty talk a lot about work-related things at work, obviously.
It's kind of like, I mean...
Oh, Ty's a coworker of mine.
John Foreman is just a singer, a Christian who sings.
Yeah, I like the case he made for Switchfoot, where people are like, are you a Christian band? He's like,
right.
Jesus didn't die for my band. He's like, I'm a Christian, and I make music. So sometimes that reflects my music. Anyway, okay.
You don't think we watched this whole thing? We definitely did.
He's
so excited. It's coming out. Yeah, because we see the sign.
Oh,
it's
and
spinning.
it turns. Wait.
So they were just like right in front of the car carousel, the carousel.
Okay.
Here's a funny story. Oh,
Finish that thought first. Okay, so the car backs out, and then it's on another carousel that turns it around.
What do you call that?
Looks like a
turntable?
Yeah. It's a very expensive garage.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me your funny story.
We got a Keurig at work, right?
Okay.
And we got rid of like an old coffee machine and we got a Keurig. And
That's
people
terrible.
are bringing in their own pods.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I still drink the coffee from the coffee maker in the basement. That's what I drink.
You have one in the basement at work?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
But if it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, I need a coffee. And there's none left in the coffee maker. I pop in a Keurig cup and we go.
Same way. We have both at my work, and that's how I am.
Yeah. So we were getting all the necessary things you need for a Keurig, and one of that includes a thing, like a round thing that you can put all the K cups in so they're easily accessible.
Oh, yep.
And so I got that in the mail, and there the box sits, and I'm taking it out, and she's like, the receptionist is like, oh, that's a good idea to get a carousel for the cups. I said, a what? She says, a carousel. Like a carousel? Because on the box it says carousel. And she called it a carousel. So we still make fun of her for it.
How do you think she pronounces bidet?
Probably bidet.
Probably not. Okay. What is the English word for bidet?
It's not an English word. It's like saying, what's the English word for taco? That's just the word.
They call it a taco in Mexico?
Yes, that's the word
I thought
for
it was
it.
a taquiano or a taquito. It's a taquito.
No, that's something totally different. It's a different type of food.
Oh, that's a small taco.
A taquito is like wrapped up. I think that's an Americanized version for like people on the go. In Mexico, they eat tacos on the go. In America, they're like, no, I need to eat it in my sports car. Headed to my tennis practice.
Here's something random about coffee, since we're talking about coffee and to-go. Do you know that to-go coffees don't exist in Europe?
Like you have to stay at the... Like you can't get it in a styrofoam cup.
Yeah, you don't get it in a cup to go. Like when you get coffee in Europe, you sit down and it's like a social thing.
The Europeans know what to do.
Yeah.
They like have 4-day work weeks. They have
naps.
like holidays. Like holiday that's like, oh, I'm on holiday, and they're gone for 3 months.
So the way their vacation works, at least my sister had a boyfriend that worked over there, and anything over, I think it was 32 hours. So their work week's 32 hours.
Right.
So he would just work 40 hours, but you only get paid for 32, but you get the 8 hours as a paid vacation. So like he'd just work 40-hour weeks, and then he had weeks and weeks of vacation because every week he'd get an extra day.
They know how to do it. That's why everyone's happy in Europe.
Are they?
I haven't been there. I'm not sure.
They probably are.
They have
happy.
a prime minister.
Oh,
that's something we don't have.
That's true.
They have a
beautiful
queen.
buildings.
Isn't it weird that someday we'll exist in a world that doesn't have a queen of England?
Why? Don't they? Do they stop reproducing?
No, but the queen is like 103 years old, and she's going to die soon, and the next in line is a king. Her
Really?
son, her son is like 75.
But his wife will be the queen.
No, his wife will be the wife of the queen, or the wife of the king.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I thought you marry a king, you become a queen.
No.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
That was the whole point of marrying a king. So
because the man who is currently married to the queen is like the Duke of Edinburgh or something. He's not the king. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not very good at
does
European
he have no younger
politics.
sisters? Because they'll be younger sisters would just be princesses then forever.
Younger sisters. Right. That's correct.
Harry. His name's probably Harry, right?
No, that's one of the princes' name is Harry.
Oh, the younger brother. What's the future king's name?
Richard.
Oh, sorry, I won't ask you that.
Richard. I don't know.
Interesting.
Henry? I don't know.
Things that, that
I watched The Crown
the
for a
royal
while.
family, I don't know much about this, but what I understand is the royal family carries no actual power in Europe at all. It's just sort of like a
so
tourist
she's like
attraction, I guess.
The head of the church, technically, I think. Is that what it is?
Really?
I mean, obviously, there's like a whole religion that exists only within.
Really? That's not Catholic? I thought they're Catholic.
Right. It's something different.
We know way too much about this.
And way too little. Like, we shouldn't be talking about it. But I did watch several seasons of The Crown, the first 2 seasons.
That's how you know so
much.
And
you find out that the cabinet, which is the cabinet, is that what they call it? Which is like the prime minister and all like the politicians. They actually are the ones that like make the rules, because the queen's like, well, I want to take flying lessons, and they're like, no, you can't do that. Like even simple stuff like that. Okay. She finds out that she can't really do anything.
So the king and queen used to be in charge of everything, the country.
Probably.
So what you're saying, there's never a king and queen at the same time then? It was just a king and his lady and a queen and her man.
I don't know.
Seems
but it's
wrong,
not like, okay, maybe I'm thinking of it like this. If there's a king, say right now the queen is married to a man. Okay. Yeah. When she dies, her husband does not become the king.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he's not blood or
her
something.
son becomes the king.
Okay.
And his wife may be called the queen. I'm not sure. But
let us know in a 5-star review. Okay. So what I wanted to say though is at some point they were like, all right, Mr. King and Queen, I hope you don't mind, but you guys are just going to kind of become celebrities, and we're going to actually make all the decisions.
Right, exactly.
And then there was like a government, and they're like, okay, we'll just be celebrities.
Well, it's basically like the president. I mean, he runs the country, but he doesn't run the country.
No, but they have a different... At some point, they came up with a government where it wasn't a king. A king's sort of like a dictator, I would assume. He's in charge of everything. At some point, they split. And the king just became this like person that people... Like a cultural... I don't know.
He's a person who
really don't know anything.
Doesn't have to. I don't know what they do. They fill out ledgers and books and shake babies' hands.
Oh, hands. Good.
If anyone knows what a queen and king does on a daily basis, let me know.
All right, we got a couple. Are we ignoring those? All right.
Yeah. Well, let's finish this minute out.
And then let's finish this. And the car rotates. And
it's got like fists on the side of it. It's like Hulk green.
Yeah, so it looks like it got punched from the inside and bent the doors.
I think it's supposed to be Hulk themed.
Okay. But there's like fuzzy carpet on the dash. And Lil Bow Wow is pumped. He loves this car.
Dude, if I ever felt this way about anything in my life, I would be excited. Like,
I believe that about you.
There's nothing in my life that I would do this for.
I believe that about you.
Maybe my kids opening up a present that I bought for them that I know they'll like.
Yeah.
But like, there's very little. Very little.
But there was something I texted you the other day, and you were like, I love that. And I'm like, I feel like you wouldn't say that about anything ever, so you must be joking.
I don't know what it was, but I'm interested now.
And you hated whatever it was. So anyway, that's the minute.
That's the end of minute 21.
21.
Yeah, wow. We get to see Lil Bow Wow's car. Sean is not really impressed, but
it's a car.
It's a car,
Sean
and that's more than
cars.
Sean has.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
winning's winning.